Hi all and welcome back, and I hope you're all doing okay. There's so much going on out there, it's quite fascinating at the moment. It's a lot to do with obviously the upcoming Las Vegas Grand Prix, but I want to start off with the warning that both I'm so confused. Lewis and George have been given about the upcoming Vegas Grand Prix. Maybe, I don't know, with the weather forecast, maybe they're going to probably better start developing some snow tyres. But anyway, let's start off with that. So anyway, both Lewis Hamilton and George Russell have been warned of the temperature-related issues that could be facing Mercedes and other teams in Las Vegas. Explaining the issues, head of trackside performance Riccardo Mosconi said, "It's a completely new ballgame. We have tried to gather as much information as I'm sure every other team has tried to. We have models of the track in the simulator. We have gathered other information and pictures of the tarmac and so on. The weather is going to play a big part too. It is quite cold at this time of the year in Vegas, especially with the sessions happening around midnight. We will have the softest selection of tyres in Vegas. That is adding an extra dimension to the problem. The truth is, every team to some degree will venture into the unknown because we don't have any previous data. The preparation work we are conducting at the factory will have to cover different dimensions, different aspects of it, and more than we usually do for other races." And sticking with Mercedes boss Toto Wolff has played down George Russell's angry radio messages in Brazil last weekend. Russell seemed frustrated at being stuck behind teammate Lewis Hamilton, which he felt hampered his race. But Wolff insists that an overall lack of pace was a much more pressing issue. He said, "I think the race and the messages for us today are completely irrelevant. There was nothing to manage or nothing to say. It's a complete sideshow. I think the fundamental issue is that the car was slow. So I have no problem with these things being broadcasted or not. Because whether it's controversial or not, fundamentally, if there is no performance like that, then who cares?" He's got a point, really, but just found that quite funny. And on to Red Bull. Red Bull have discovered the outcome of Haas' protest. Sergio Perez will not lose any points from the United States Grand Prix after the FIA rejected Haas' right to review the race result. Haas were suggesting that Perez, as well as the likes of Lance Stroll, Alex Albon and Logan Sargent, all deserved extra time penalties for track limit violations. If the protest was upheld, Perez would have dropped to 10th in the classification, with Haas's Nico Hülkenberg climbing to 7th. Thankfully for Perez, there will be no points deducted in this battle for P2 in the World Championship with Lewis Hamilton. And sticking with Red Bull, in a way, Verstappen has called for change with the FIA. So Max Verstappen wants the Grand Prix Drivers Association, the GPDA, to have more decision-making power in F1. The GPDA is effectively a union for F1 drivers, and while they raise issues with the FIA, they don't have any formal authority. Verstappen said, "I think the FIA just sometimes has too many rules that they have to take into account, and too many politics as well to make a change or decision. Of course, I would like, as part of the GPDA, to have a say. I would like to be the owner of F1 if I could, but that's not the real world. We keep expressing our concerns, but also what has been done correctly. And we keep that dialogue open, and we try to always make them listen. And we listen as well. We try to communicate, and we'll see what comes out of it in the coming years." And to finish off, the ticket and hotel prices for the Las Vegas Grand Prix are plummeting. And as you can see here, the cheapest ticket prices were on the Thursday were $385, Friday $825, and on Saturday $1,645. But the current getting prices right now, Thursday $162, which is down 58%, Friday $312, which is down 62%, and Saturday $1,087, which is down 34%. And hotel prices have also dropped by approximately 58%. To be honest, these prices are what it could cost you right now. So if you wait a little longer, they might just be giving them away. But honestly, and I just did want to pick up on something. I was reading an article from Formula One themselves earlier. And again, they were talking about how spectacular Las Vegas is going to be, what a spectacle it's going to be. And then I was reading through the article, and it says this. There was an additional 43,000 tonnes of intermediate and race layer paving required to get the final smooth racing service that will welcome the 20 teams and 10 drivers this coming weekend. Watching the drivers navigate this exhilarating circuit at the dead of night with a plethora of lights, dramatically more than you'll find in Singapore or Saudi Arabia, will be a spectacle never seen before in F1. Really? Is this a talking point? To big up the Las Vegas Grand Prix, they've got more lights than Singapore and Saudi Arabia, and it'll be the best ever on the calendar, when they can't even get the amount of teams and drivers right. Honestly, they're tripping over themselves to promote this event, and they can't even get the basics of Formula One right. 20 teams and 10 drivers. Honestly, I don't know who writes for Formula One. I don't think they've got anyone who proofreads it. Yeah, I could probably do with somebody proofreading my stuff, because I'm still learning. I'm still getting there. But honestly, this is why people are taking issues with Las Vegas. They didn't think about the weather. They can't even put an article together without getting the information right. But all they can be worried about is the spectacle of it, the celebrity angle of it. And now they're going to have more lights than Singapore and Abu Dhabi. Brilliant. Can't wait. Sorry, but I just find this laughable. But anyway, if you do like what I do, please like and subscribe. You probably won't after that. And if you also want to press the notification bell to get more warnings of my uploads, please feel free to do so. Again, thank you for your support. I really do appreciate it. And I will be back to you again soon. So until then, take care.